Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Joseph Chris Show. Today is Thursday, March the 24th, 2022. Now, here we are, here this wonderful, wonderful time together, and it's been a good idea how great we're seeing, how great we are to enjoy. And for us, this is absolutely unbelievable here for us. And today, we're doing we're going to see the Sweet 16. We all know about this for a long time, so I've been watching this show. I'm watching some games. I watch everything, and we're going to see what's going to happen in the here on 16. Who's going to make it to the Elite Eight in the wages finals, and who's going to make it to the Final Four? Even though we have a good idea, but we all know who's going to make it to the Final Four for now. But they got two more to go before they will make it to the Final Four. So let's find out what happened for us, and let's go to it. Let's get to it. Now, uh, we don't know where it's out to the left. We don't know it's. So, know how it goes. It can never happen. It can never will. But, folks, whoever knows it, I know it, and people know it, what it's all about, and how it's happening here, and that is all just a little bit. It was all the dream. But the Sweet 16 is absolutely an unbeliever. So anyway, you know how it goes. You know what's going to happen. So anyway, we know how it happened. You know what's happening here before. So Sweet 16 is coming, and it's coming partly. Now the best games ever for now. The best game, the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. We're looking at ESPN. As you may look right now, folks, I saw ESPN. Now let's talk about Duke. The Blue Devils are facing Texas Tech tonight. Yep, they're facing Texas Tech starting at 9:30 tonight. And yes, it is. I hope they win. I hope they win. They're gonna make it to LA and then they'll make it to the Final Four as Coach K's final trip to the NCAA basketball. And as you may know, that things are looking great for them, and the Blue Devils are on the stage for this one. But now I do know that this game is all about. Now we talked about this before. If they win this game tonight against Texas Tech, they are gonna be having 3 wins. Now look, as we may see, 30 minus win season with Coach K. The Blue Devils are on fire in this tournament. Since 1985, they're the underdogs. Remember in the 86 they lost to Louisville, but then came back in 91 and 92 when they won the national championship. They don't won 2010 and 2015. 5 championships. Now this time Mike Krzyzewski knows his team will do better this time. His team will do better this time to do their work and do their job and do everything they could what they were doing, like they doing this before in years. In years they'll do it sometimes that we know that I do know, but I think they're gonna. I think, but it's gonna be a challenge. I believe they're up to something. As it happens, it will happen. So anyway, do you know what's happening here? So for anyway, it will happen, and we'll see what happens when they are. I don't know for sure, but It is what it is. So anyway, oh my gosh, this is actually. I'm getting tired. I have been working all day. Now there are places there are facing test and test that we always know on ESPN. Duke, old file, all time Pacific Visual. That's what they show, and that's what they show the sportsmanship, and that's what it is all about. They show everything. They show everything that they do, and they're gonna do everything they can. They're gonna do everything they can to protect to get protected. It is what it is, and that's for sure. It is what it is. That's all. That's what it's all about, for sure. Now, I do know is this: every team knows that Duke will pull it off. Hopefully, they will pull it off, and that's what's going to happen. Now we'll go for Mexican versus Villanova. Mexican number 11 seed and Villanova number 2 seed, and it has been going to be interesting. I think Villanova is going to win in Sweet 16 when they beat Michigan because Michigan is number 11. But I hope Michigan can beat them. I hope Michigan can beat the number 2 seed. I mean, we see Michigan beat Tennessee, and that was that was that was the number 2 now are in number 11. Now last week they beat Tennessee, and then they're on the way to the Sweet 16. Like it's pretty good. But they have a lot. But they're gonna have a lot of work to do when they get by. They're gonna have a lot of work to do, like they have been seeing. They're seeing so far. And as it happens, when it happens, it's everything's guess right here. Villanova is the number 2 seed. They won the national title when they beat UNC in 2016. That was about 7 years ago. 6 years ago. 6 years ago. I'm sorry about that. So no, it's all about, and that's how it's gonna be, and that's how it starts with. So much time that we're doing, and so much time we gotta do it. That's what they're doing. That's what it is. Absolutely. That's what people are gonna find out. Okay. Okay. Now everybody knows that we gotta say now. Now UNC says we're gonna get to it for tomorrow. We're gonna find out tomorrow. Now things look like says what? That this is how it's gonna happen. This is gonna happen so far. We don't know for sure. And yes it sure is. That's why we have to keep on watching. We're gonna keep watching it and watching it for the years that we had never ever seen. That I had never seen yet. So now the Sweet 16 starts at 7 o'clock. Yep. And that now Arkansas play at 7 o'clock. They play Gonzaga, the number 1 seed, and then Villanova play Mexican today at 7:29. They play Mexican in number 11 seed. Number 2 do play Texas Tech. That starts at 9:39. Then Arizona, the number 1 seed, playing Houston. Houston, the number 5 seed, that starts at 9:59. You're gonna see it's gonna be a good one. St. Peter's playing Purdue. They're playing the number 3 tomorrow at 7:09. Kansas, the number 1 seed, playing Providence. They're playing at 7:29. And then UCLA playing UNC start at 9:39. And then Miami, Florida. Miami will play Miami Hurricanes will play Iowa State. Boy, oh boy. This is a good one to watch, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see it. It's going to be something. Very something that we're going to see. But hey, it's going to be a good one to watch. Now, I do. Now, what you may know by this, now we're going to let this and we're going to move on right now. We're going to move on. We're going to see what's for sure the hoop games we're playing now. Okay. Now let's move on, folks. I don't know where you have a hold about this. I don't know now where. I don't want to say this, folks, but and it says now. I want to say this for the other people. Now, it says sources said on ESPN, New York City COVID-19 vaccine mandate for athletes to be lifted Thursday. Wow. Now, here we go, so the New York Maryland Eric Adams, if you will. If you want to see this, I'm going to read it to you guys. Now, New York Maryland Eric Adams will lift the city's COVID-19 vaccine mandates on the athletes Thursday, paving the way for Brooklyn Nets star Karen Irving to play at the Barclays Center on Sunday, and for unvaccinated New York Yankees and Mets players to play in their April home openers. Sources familiar with the situation told ESPN on Wednesday. The World Bank of the mandate that has appealed to all private business in the city will cover professional athletes and performances. It will come on the heels of decisions that had given hope to NBA and MLB teams that the long awarded move will come to fortune. Adams, who was sworn in January the 1st, and has eased the city's COVID-19 politics since, said today. Baseball, basketball, business, they have to wait until that law of progress comes. The wait is not expected to be much longer. The Nets, current in 8th place in the Eastern Conference and subject to the play-in tournament that begins April the 12th, will get back Alvin, who has been kept out of their 35 home games this season. Irving turned 30 on Wednesday and has averaged 27.7 points in 19 games this season. His absence has dominated headlines about the main day. Through the push or the opening day, the Lincoln's home opener is April the 7th and the Mets are April 15th, ratcheting up pressure with the multiple unvaccinated players of both teams because MLB has the lowest vaccination rate of the four major men's professional sports. Baseball officials were working with the mayor's office, according to sources, to push for updates to the mandates. Unvaccinated players on the both teams have been allowed to play against the Nets and the New York Knicks and would have been able to participate against the Yankees and Mets as well. Adams announced Thursday will take place at 11:30. That was today. That is today at Center Field. Unvaccinated baseball players are set to risk their games against the Toronto Blue Jays and the salary and service time that comes with them. After the league and union agreed, the Canada intervals were producing them from Plaindale. The Lincolns played 10 games in Toronto this season. Before the set update to the main day, unvaccinated Yankees and Mets will not potential to either to enter NYC club factories, which wounds, hitting K's, and outdoor playing field arenas. According to man, get so stupid. According to the model from the MLB Players Association, early this week that was abandoned by ESPN. Now, look, what we do know is this: it's all about this, and just like this is, hey, what we do know is this. I think you know about this, and this is how it is. And so, anyway, now take a look at this. Now, because MLB has the lowest vaccination rate of the four major men's professional basketball sports, baseball officials were walking. Uh, I'm gonna turn this music down now. Walking many this. Unvaccinated players on the road teams have been allowed to play against the Nets and the New York Knicks, and will have been able to participate against the Yankees and Mets as well. Adams' announcement Thursday will take place at 11:30 a.m. Eastern at Center Field. Unvaccinated baseball players are set to miss their teams against the Toronto Blue Jays in the salary and service league that comes with them after the league owner agreed the Canada intervals will produce them for playing them. The Lakers played 10 games in Toronto this season. Before the assessment update to the main day, unvaccinated Lakers and Mets were not permitted to enter NYC club factories, which include the clubhouse, training rooms, weight rooms, hitting cages, and outdoor playing field arenas, according to more from for the MLB players. Earlier association early for the MLB players association earlier this week that was abandoned by ESPN. During the COVID-19 outbreak. Now, on the Nets in January, Owen still forming his decision not to receive the vaccine, telling reporters, "I'm in terms of where I'm at with my life outside of this. I stay wooden in my decision, and that's just what it is." The word back of the former model Bill de Bolso's policies by Adams has included on April the 4th lifting the mask mandate for children in daycare, while he did not comment to future changes. Adams heading Tuesday at amendments to the policy that will soon come. We're going to do it in we're going to do it in the right way, Adams said Tuesday. We're going to follow the science. We're going to make the right decision. And in New York, no matter what we do, this is 8.8 million people and 30 million options. So you're never going to sanctify the new logos. So you must go with the logos of the heart and the sciences. And that's what he said. That's what he said for now. So they're gonna have the main vaccine mandates today in New York. That's what it says. They're gonna have vaccines and mandates in New York. That will be today. So now, We'll see how it works. Now, now we're going to the move on for this, and we go to the CNBC. We're going to talk about the variant. Now, look at this. Omicron's more contagious surveillance BA.2 has more than doubled in prevalence over the past 2 weeks in the US and now represents more than 34% of COVID 19 infections that have undergone graduated subscriptions according to data purchased by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention this week. BA.2 has been stated and growing as a popularity of the COVID variants calculated in the US since February the 5th, when it represents about 1% of generating suspicious virus samples. According to the CDC, BA.2 probably already accounts for 50% of new infections in the US because many people are taking tests at home that aren't picking up in an official data. According to Ali Malda, and inside the epidemiologist at the Institution for Health Watches and Evolution at the University of Washington. Data from Walgreens, which conduct testing as it premieres nationwide, shows BA.2 as the dominant variant at 51% of all possible COVID cases for the week ending on March the 19th. Though the BA.2 is rising in the US, leading public health officials are not expecting another dramatic surge in new cases, largely due to the Lebanon and Maryland the popularity has from vaccination and the freshest outbreak during the winter Omicron wave. The bottom line is, well, we'll likely see an uptick in cases as well as we see the European countries popularizing the UK. White House Chief Medical Advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci told ABC's this week. Hopefully, we won't see a source. I don't think we will. Hmm. In the UK, the number of people testing positive for COVID had jumped 16% over the past week. According to government data, the number of patients admitted to hospitals with the virus is also up 20%. BA.2 now represents about 44% of all possible cases in London as of March 10th, according to the UK Health Security Agency. However, Wildad said the situation in the US is definitely different than in European countries because there was much more infection from Omicron here over the winter. European nations have also dramatically changed their behavior in recent ways by lifting restrictions on their health measures, which has led to the spike in many parts of the US. On the other hand, restrictions measures were not in the planning during Omicron, so there's not as dramatic in change in behavior to drive new infections, my daughter said. So this is what it is. I hope not. I hope it don't spread. We don't see another source in the US. No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see it. But I don't think it's. I'm not sure, but I hope so. Hope not. I don't know. You know, it may come together as it has been. It has been for real, and we don't want to see that. So right now, let's see what happens. Okay, what's the outfit? What's going on? What's happening here, folks? We don't know. We're gonna find out who it is. So anyway, First, I have blast of enjoying this, but I don't know. I can't see the things like this anyway. So now, first, I got the I got the feeling that we're going to look at the weather right now. That's a culture weather for right now that we're seeing right now, and we're going to see what's happening. Now, I know it has been rainy. It's raining out here, and then it starts raining. Just a quieting, Creamore and Butner. Not how it is. So let's take a look in this well. So now in North Carolina, this well. So I see right now they say there was some storms and we got some tornadoes here today. We got everything that comes out the ground and it's gonna be like this for forever. Plotting quality here for tonight, 46. Then tomorrow's weather's forecasting is system one high and goes to the lower 40s, all the way to the low 40s. And it's gonna be 43%. Then let's see if I have it right here. Yeah, we do carry the coin. A coin will be Saturday the same. And Friday partly sunny and high in the 60s and the low 40s. Then in the high 50s, showery in the PM and breezy, and it goes to the low 30s. And then in the upper 50s, it will have the sunshine and it change to the 52 and it goes to the low 20s. That will be 28%. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it's going to be warm back up later this week, later next week. So I think I'm going to be happy to watch that. Okay, folks, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to get out of here until tomorrow, and I hope we're going to talk about this UNC game for the basketball. I hope they're going to win on Friday night against UCLA. No hype now. So anyway, until then, this is Joseph Kurt, and I'll be see you tomorrow same time. Please like me on Facebook, like me on, follow me on YouTube, and make a comment. And it's gonna be all about. Okay, gotta go. See you then, folks. Had a great time. I'll see you tomorrow.